Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Not saying you'll ever draw this, but this is a pretty cool, uh, almost like a DNA type pattern, and you can do so much with it, and you might learn a tool or two. We're going to take a 2-point line, holding down the control button to get a flat line, and then I'm going to go to the distort tool, and I'm going to pick zipper, and I'm going to select it, and I'm going to start putting nodes. I'm going to do a few more this time, and then I'm going to get the height of it, maybe a little bit more. And this is one of those times that everything doesn't have to be equal, but we're going to make this one equal. Now, going back to the distort tool to get back to that area, and then I'm going to make a smooth distortion. So I've got that right there. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate, and I'm going to mirror it horizontally. Now I've only got 3, so I'm going to a little bit, I'm going to back up here and get back to the distort tool, and let's make another area. And now I'm going to select it. I got to go back to the distort tool, and I'm going to put smooth. Now I'm going to Control D, and I'm going to mirror it like that, and you can see that now I get 4. I really don't have to do anything to this, but I'm going to go ahead and cut these ends off just for my preference. Now, I've got my nudge factor set on 3 inches. I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool, set on any color. I'm going to nudge these 2 down and these 2 up. That's what we're really going to do. Now I'm going to take, because all I did is made a new shape, I'm going to left click, right click. So I'm left clicking, no fill, right clicking outline. And then I'm going to make that pattern. So I'm going to take a 2-point line, and I'm going to Control D, and I'm going to rotate it 5 degrees. And then I'm just going to Control D all the way around. So I don't want double lines. Now, I want to make half of that. I want to cut half that out. So I'm going to take my virtual segment delete key and do that right there, and see now I've got half of it. I'm going to go ahead and make it black. I didn't have it selected. Make it black by right clicking. Make it a little bit thicker than a hairline. I'm going to go ahead and group it together, pretty important. And now I can take this and use it multiple times. And I'm going to try to kind of like sink it right there in the center. I'm going to select both items, and I'm going to intersect it. And when I do that, I can move that down. Now, don't move like normal. Don't move your object, move your pattern. And we're going to intersect that, move it down. Now this time, we're going to take this and we're going to mirror it the other way. And I'm going to take this one. Well, that wasn't really affected. I'm going to move the 4-sided cross to like right there. I'm going to select them both, and I'm going to go to intersect, and I'll move the intersection up, take my pattern, whoop, and really it wouldn't matter if you had made them a little bit different. I'm going to make all these the same. Select them both and go up to intersect and then move that up. Now, if we take all these lines and make them black and go ahead and group it together, Control G, we can get rid of all these now. And I find it the best way, since this is a group, I'm going to Control D, get the 2-sided arrow, and just move it over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and group that together, Control G. I'm going to go ahead and hit P, put it in the center of the page. Really doesn't matter in this case. Control D, and I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. Now I got a little bit of overlap in the middle, but that could be adjusted. And then if we take all these and make the line yellow by right clicking, and if we bring in a black box, you get that kind of like a DNA strand is what I'm going to call it. Now there's ways to do around this, but I think it looks pretty cool. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.